Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 13th of June. Indian President Mukherjee in Ghana to boost ties between the two countries. More than 5,000 arrests made in Bangladesh following a series of deadly attacks. And one killed, several wounded in clash between Afghan and Pakistan forces. And now for all the details. Indian President President Mukherjee pitched for membership of India and Africa into the United Nations Security Council. President Mukherjee is on a two-day visit to Ghana to enhance bilateral cooperation. This is the first ever state visit by an Indian president to Ghana.
Indian President President Mukherjee on Sunday vouched for membership of India and African countries into the United Nations Security Council or UNSC. He said this during a banquet hosted in his honor by the President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama.
It is a serious anomaly that India, home to every sixth citizen of the world, and Africa, a vibrant hub of global economy, still remains out of the United Nations Security Council.
President Mukherjee is in Ghana on the first leg of his three-nation visit aimed at expanding cooperation in areas of trade and education, among others. India and Ghana share strong trade ties. India's investments in Ghana amount to nearly $3 billion in various sectors, and trade between both the countries has gone up 3 times in the last 3 years. The estimated number of Indians living in Ghana is about 10,000 persons. President Mukherjee's visit to Ghana is expected to open up new opportunities of cooperation between the two countries.
While southwest monsoon has arrived in India's coastal Kerala, people in other parts of the country continue to reel under heat wave with high humidity levels. The eastern and northern parts have recorded temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius.
Heat wave-like conditions have re-hit India's eastern Odisha province with a sudden spike in temperatures. Temperatures in excess of 40 degrees Celsius and high humidity levels in Bhubaneswar city forced people to stay indoors. Roads remained largely deserted with little traffic plying. Such heat wave conditions have also delayed the arrival of southwest monsoon in the province. It is expected to arrive after 3 days now.
24 आवर्स में उड़ीसा में कुछ जगह में तापमान उसका पहले 1 वीक से जो टेम्परेचर चल रहा था उससे ज़्यादा रिकॉर्ड किया गया है, जैसे हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर हीराकुद में रिकॉर्ड किया गया 43.3 डिग्री सेल्सियस. कई जगह में हीट वेव कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है, लेकिन
People in India's northern Allahabad city were also seen sweating it out as temperature crossed 40 degrees Celsius. People venturing out in the sun were seen taking measures like covering their heads and faces with cloth to protect themselves from the scorching heat. Despite the onset of monsoon in several parts of the country, the northern and eastern parts continue to reel under brutal heat wave that has now lasted for more than 2 months and claimed dozens of lives.
Heavy clashes between Afghan and Pakistan forces have been reported at the Torkham border, with some personnel from both the sides reported injured. One Afghan soldier is said to have been killed in the exchange of fire. This comes as Pakistan closed the border gate and introduced a new mechanism along the border, which requires every Afghan to carry travel documents to enter Pakistan. The Torkham border, located at the Durand line, became a bone of contention between the two neighbors when Pakistani security forces closed the gate last month, irking the Afghan forces. Thousands of Afghans travel to Pakistan through this border, crossing for medical help, family visit and business. Hundreds of Afghan, including families, have been stranded in Torkham. The Pakistan-Afghanistan border has long remained porous and disputed. Afghanistan has blocked repeated attempts by Pakistan to build a fence on sections of the roughly 1,370-mile-long frontier, rejecting the contours of the boundary. In a nationwide crackdown on extremists, the police in Bangladesh have arrested more than 5,000 criminal suspects to try and stop a growing wave of brutal attacks on minorities and activists. Despite claims by IS and Al-Qaeda for the killings, Bangladesh authorities continue to deny presence of foreign terror groups operating in the country.
Police in Bangladesh have arrested more than 5,000 criminal suspects in the past few days as they continue a nationwide crackdown following a spate of gruesome murders. Among those detained are 85 suspected Islamic radicals. Hundreds of potential criminals who previously had warrants against them have also been rounded up. The nationwide operation came as Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina vowed to catch each and every killer. Religious minorities, secular thinkers and liberal activists have been the prime targets of the killings. In separate incidents last week, 2 Hindus were fatally attacked and a Christian grocer was hacked to death near a church. Hundreds of Hindus, Buddhists and Christians formed a human chain on the streets of Dhaka on Saturday to protest against the recent murders of people of their faiths by alleged Islamist militants. The attacks have alarmed the international community and raised questions about whether Bangladesh's secular government can protect minorities, secular writers and intellectuals in the Muslim-majority nation.
Former Nepal Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai has launched a new political party called the Naya Shakti Nepal. Quitting the Maoist party last September, Bhattarai promised that his party will work towards economic development of the country and create opportunities for youth.
Amid thousands of supporters at Dashrath Stadium in capital Kathmandu, former Nepal Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai announced the new Naya Shakti Nepal party under his leadership. He said that the party has been created with the agenda of economic prosperity of the Himalayan nation.
युवाहरू त्यो हाम्रो छानो नभएको घर भित्ता नभएको घरमा बस्न नसकेर विदेश जान पलायन छन् त्यसैले यो तेस्रो कालखण्डको अबको हाम्रो कार्यभार भनेको विकास र समृद्धि हो त्यसैले अब हामीले तेस्रो चरणको नेतृत्व गर्नु छ त्यही कुरालाई लक्ष्यमा राखेर नयाँ शक्ति नेपालको जुन हामीले परिकल्पना गरेका छौं त्यही ऐतिहासिक भूमिका पूरा गर्नका अभियन्ता अगुवा अभियन्ता हामी हौं त्यस अर्थमा तपाई हामीले गर्व गर्नुपर्छ.
Bhattarai also said that his party has plans to end poverty in the country within 7 years and the per capita income of each individual would be 10 times more in the next 15 years to make Nepal one of the world's richest countries in next 25 years. His new political party has been aimed at attracting those disillusioned by the mainstream political leaders. Bhattarai, who served as Nepal's Prime Minister from August 2011 to March 2013, played a key role in bringing the Maoists into the political mainstream after the end of their decade-long insurgency in 2006. He quit the Maoist party in September 2015 due to growing differences with party leadership.
Students of fashion technology displayed their collection of colorful prints and vibrant hues at a fashion show in India's southern Karnataka province. Students played with the theme of fire and nature through their unique collection. Bollywood singers came together for a cause in entertainment capital Mumbai. The singer vowed music lovers at a live concert which was organized to spread awareness about ill effects of tobacco. The audience could not have asked for more. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Indian President Mukherjee in Ghana to boost ties between the two countries. More than 5,000 arrests made in Bangladesh following a series of deadly attacks. And one killed, several wounded in clashes between Afghan and Pakistan forces. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.